Hey guys, what's up? So this reading is going to be for Leo. I have new cards, so I just want to like try them out. I still need to figure out like a way that I like to do cards my own way, so I don't know. These cards are love cards. I didn't know that when I got them, so I'll probably end up reading them differently, but not at the same time. Leo, I feel like things right now for you are going way smoother than you actually think they are, and they're actually turning in your favor. It could have been, you're like, oh my God, dude. I'm just taking that card because it's been literally in every pre-shuffle that I've done for you guys. It's the commitment card. So, see, if this is a relationship, right? Like if you're in a relationship right now, I think, you know, commitment is a really important factor in building a successful relationship, okay? And I think a lot of the times when we think we know the meaning of commitment, what we think it is not, okay? So it's not like, oh, you're not cheating. Oh, it's not that. It's not this. Like commitment is when like, commitment is when, you know, no matter what is it? Something stands the test of time, which is funny because test just came out. That's kind of like why I laughed, and I didn't even think of the fact that I was about to say that. So it's even funnier. But, yeah, commitment is more of a standing the test of time. Like you're gonna be tested, you're gonna be put through trials and tribulations to see how committed you are to love, okay? And it doesn't even need to be, again, about like the actual relationship. It's more love. Like how committed are you to staying in love, wanting to be in love, loving another person, but loving yourself more than anything else. But yeah, commitment is more of making a commitment to something and sticking with it rather than not cheating, not doing that. Thank you, jeez. Not doing this, not doing that. There's confusion, which is because I had clarity, but I didn't take it. Okay, so that's the real definition in my eyes to commitment. And I don't even mean in a relationship. I mean committed to yourself, committed to your own happiness, committed to your goals and your dreams in life, you know, committed in that kind of way. So there's somebody right now that you're dealing with that you might have felt committed to in the past. And lately there's been some kind of barrier that's blocking you with obstacles to find your happiness in this commitment or in this person. It's the cards are asking you to remember the connection that you made with this person or you want to make with this person or yourself, the connection with what you decided for yourself before going into a connection or what you want for a partnership, okay? Because it says your connection is eternal and unbreakable, but it's not always true. You could be in a twin flame relationship and that's true, but it still doesn't mean that it won't break. You know, like it can be unbreakable in a way of you guys will never be separated, but that doesn't mean that you won't break up. That doesn't mean that you won't have your breaking moments together. That doesn't mean, you know what I mean? So when it says connection in this deck, in the way it's said, I want to say like your connection with yourself, your higher self, your self-actualization, you know, reflecting, you know, all of that. It's asking you to take time to explore the deep emotions you're experiencing and to admire yourself more or the person that you're dealing with. Like it's time to think about everything that you appreciate in this person. And if you guys are fighting or you're not going through, you know, a good time right now, that's another reason why it's saying, like, what did you admire in this person when you first met them, and why did you want a commitment with them? Why did you feel a connection with them, you know? And what is it now that's a barrier between you guys that's testing your strengths and weaknesses in honoring, treating people that you love with respect, to be able to grow your relationships to become stronger. There might be an illusion of, see, this one says avoid the trap of mistaking fantasy for a real soul connection. It doesn't really make sense to me. Like, it does, like, you could have, like, you know, a person in your head of being this, like, amazing thing, and, like, having the fantasy of them being something that you want them to be, rather than who they really are, right? And it could be confusing at times, and that's why we ask you, that's why you're asked to honor the way you decide to treat people, because the way you decide to treat people is the way you treat yourself, and you might not even realize it, or it's the way you expect people to treat you. Okay, so there could be an illusion in that. You might think that you think this thing, or you see something this way, but if you do reflection work, you'll see that you don't. And this could be an enlightening moment where you do realize that there is no separation, and that we are all one divine, we are all whole, we are all made by the universe. Whether you believe in the Big Bang Theory, whether you believe in God, whether you believe in the universe, whether you're an atheist and you don't believe anything, it doesn't matter, because no matter what, nobody is separate from another. We all sin, we're all judgmental, we're all, we can be jealous, we can be envious. I mean, depending on where you are in your journey and your healing, you might not have those, but you definitely have, probably, maybe in the past. I'm not going to say you definitely have, but I mean, even as children, we could have. I wouldn't think that we wouldn't, because especially when people have trauma, you know, your siblings could have been treated better than you were. There's envy there, you know, resentment, and those things need to be cleared out first, which could be why it's asking you to find where you are committed, where the barrier is, honor that, see it for what it is, feel what it is that you felt before of admiration and connection with this person or with yourself, and see the tests that are being given to you right now through enlightenment. You could be confused right now. It's asking you to, like, ask the universe for answers, okay? But things are actually moving along way more than you even know. And it could be like you're trying to manifest things and you don't see the fruits of your labor, and it's like you're not supposed to yet. Or you are changing a mindset that you've had for a really long time, and you need to keep staying in that energy, because if you don't, you're going to lose the momentum. So it's like, if you've been transformation. If you've been thinking a certain way for a certain amount of time, and you decide to change that and make an intention of changing it and going in a different direction, you have to keep up with it, and you can't doubt yourself, and you can't start giving up and being like, oh, I don't see any changes. I don't see any, you know, fruits of my labor, any sign or evidence that what I'm doing is right, what I'm doing is gonna happen, you know, and you fall back into the old patterns of self, of who you are trying to get out of and who you are trying to become. So that could be one of the tests right now, that's asking you to honor, and the illusion could be that things look no different than what it is you're trying to make them be. Kind of like lost where I was. Yeah. Okay. because if you're in a momentum phase, because you could have been thinking the same thing over and over and over, having the same beliefs, having the same habitual habits, and thoughts, negative patterns, this, that, and the other thing, ways of doing this stuff, and then you start changing it. When we don't see evidence right away, we automatically think, whatever, and go back to our old selves. But you got to give the universe and your manifestations and your new thoughts and your new collaborations or whatever it is that you're doing differently, you got to let the universe catch up to you, because it's been giving you what you've been, doing the whole entire time that you've been doing it for. So it needs time to collaborate with you again on something different. And it can't be one day I'm just going to decide to change and this and that. No, it takes time. So from the Healing Energy Oracle deck, you have Transformation, which starts more in the heart chakra, just to let you know, which also is where love lies. So I'm constantly evolving. I improve. All right, ready? We're going to start again. I'm constantly evolving. I improve inwardly by working on my weaknesses and refining my strengths. See, life ensures I'm presented with situations that will help me learn and grow. I am aware of my progress and open my wings to light. See, and if you're stuck in the darkness right now, just know that things will get better. The more you believe that it will, the faster it will. The more you stay in that energy, the faster it will. But, we always have our wobble moments where we either want to give up or we feel like nothing's going to change ever, or, whatever, and we just give up. So if you are in a relationship right now and you really don't want to give up on this relationship, try to see it from different perspectives. And if you can start admiring and thinking of the things of why you got into this connection in the first place, if you keep with that mindset and that energy, and you don't fall back into an energy of where you are in a bad place right now between a hard rock and a rock, or whatever the thing is, between a hard rock and a rock, between a hard place and a rock, I don't know, a rock and a hard place, whatever. You got to stay in the energy that you want to be in this connection, in this relationship. Have that energy come out of that person rather than the one that they're in now, but you got to keep up with it. So it's you have to see beyond. So it's if you want to see this person in a different light, or you want to have them come back as who they were, or their qualities and the energy that they were when you met them, you got to picture them in that. So you got to see beyond the fights. You got to see beyond the, dickheadness or bitchiness. You got to see beyond. Okay. I hope this helped in some way, Leo. I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.